Hey guys, this is part 2 of the figure armature. I'm going to show you how to make the arms in this session. So what you'll need for this one is something different. You'll need a 9-inch piece of wire. So just a brief recap, we're making a figure wire armature. The end product may look something like this. What we made in part 1 was the body, the main torso, the head, and the legs, with also the feet in proportion. This time around, what we're going to make are the arms. So just a recap again, make sure you're really focusing on the proper proportions of the human body. Okay, that's going to be critical for this while you're working. We started with an 18-inch piece of wire. We also started with a 9-inch piece of wire, which I have right here. That's what we're going to use for the arms and the hands. Okay. Then from there, moving on, make sure you use a template as your guide. That's going to be critical. And then, just a reminder for those of you who struggle with that last one, if you're starting over again, I use 2 twists for the neck, and I also use then 3 twists for the spine. And above all, really focus on accuracy. Take your time on this. The more you focus on this part here of the armature, the easier it's going to be to get accuracy with scale, building the body mass up accurately and proportionally. Okay, so that's what we're going to head out for. So going back to the template, so here we have the template. I'm going to take my wire, I'm going to bend it so it's almost directly in half. So you can see my wire here, trying to get it so I have this U shape. Let me flip it upside down. I have this U-shaped piece of wire. Okay, from there I'm going to put it down on the table. I'm going to hold the wire so I have about 1 inch or so left. Take my finger, I'm just going to bend that up. Okay. If you see this, if I put it at an angle, it almost is going to look like a skateboard kick plate. If I use my fingers here, a little miniature skateboard, that's what it may look like. Then, enter my original armature. Again, proportional to my template. Make sure it's fairly accurate. I am then going to take my arms, I'm going to put them through the torso, being sure they're going the same direction as the feet. Okay? I'm going to then take the part that I bent and lift it up and over the head. Okay, if I put it under the head, it's going to go right through. So up and over the head. Then with simple pressure, take my fingers, I'm going to press that wire down along the clavicle. If you have a hard time with that, okay, use those pliers, those needle nose pliers. I clamp it down right along the shoulder. I pull the wire straight up as tight as I possibly can so the arm's sticking straight up. You can kind of see that there. Okay? I'm going to repeat that on the other side. I'm going to clamp that down pretty hard. Okay? And then from a side view, you can see how I'm doing this here again. Just holding that and pulling that straight back so the arms are straight up. I have a little gap right here. If that bothers you, just clamp it down even more and just pull that wire farther up. Okay? And see if you can get that any tighter. So there we go. So now I have the arms straight up. If I want to now make the hands, follow closely. I go back to my ball and socket joint. I put the figure, the arm, you go upside down here, right there, shoulder to shoulder. I find the tip of my fingers, which are right there. I'm going to bend that wire back into a small loop. Okay, so I make a mitten. Okay? Now, while I'm there, I'm going to go ahead and find the elbow. Find the elbow right there. I'm going to put my pliers on that. I'm going to bend this down here. Okay? At the same time, I'm going to bend this wire out. So now I have, if you notice that there, if I put it to the side view, I have an elbow and I have a hand. Let me go ahead and repeat that for the other shoulder. Okay? I'm going to put this down right on top of my armature. Find the fingers. Bend that back into a mitten. If the wire is too long, you don't like the way it looks, here it's okay, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to hold the wire so it doesn't fly off anywhere. Small scraps like this can be just thrown away. Alright? Again, then very simply, you can do this as well. Bend the wire straight out to the side. Line it back up. I find my elbow, and I bend it. So then I have my arms. Let's go ahead and take a couple seconds here and find the knees. If you want to go ahead and bend that knee joint now, put your armature, make sure everything lines back up. I'm going to hold that down right there. I find one knee joint. I bend it. A slight bend. Nothing drastic. You see it's just there. I'll put the other leg down again. Find that knee joint again. And a slight bend also. So now he's running potentially. Let me straighten that up. Okay. I turn him to the side. I can make him jumping by putting both feet back. I spread the legs out like he's running. Put one leg up. You can pose him wherever way you want, but there I have it. I have the finished armature. So what we're working towards, I actually have two of them here, okay? Pretty similar, you know, maybe they could be fighting, okay? Hi-ya! Okay? You can just pose them together, make multiples, but that's pretty simple, straightforward. All I want to say is, guys, have fun with this, but again, take your time. Good luck with that, and we will be seeing you soon.